Okay guys, I figured I'd go ahead and do my Over the Limit 2012 predictions. This show really hasn't had very much build at all. I'm excited for Daniel Bryan versus CM Punk just because I really want these guys to feud. However, this show, the build has been crap. Even the Go Home show was crap. So yeah, I don't know. I'm hoping it's going to be one of those surprise hits where it's a really good show, but right now it could go either way. It's a toss-up because there's really just not been a lot of build, which just makes it come off even more like a filler pay-per-view. We all know it's a filler pay-per-view, but with them not even caring or trying, it's really disappointing. So I'm just going to go ahead and start with the YouTube pre-show. Zack Ryder versus Kane. Wow, but somebody's doing the job here. And I just can't believe that this angle with Kane laying out Zack Ryder all those times in January and February, like killing the guy, trying to drag him to hell, and just trying to basically murder Zack Ryder, ends on a YouTube pre-show. Really sad. However, my prediction for this match is somebody's got to lose, and I'm going to say Zack Ryder loses. I think Kane's going to win here. And I mean, it doesn't really matter at this point. Both guys, when Kane came back with the mask, it was cool, it was interesting for like 2 weeks. Then John Cena beat him and he went right back to being the regular old Kane. Nothing changed. That feud was horrible he had with Cena, and he's just really been jobbed out. To Cena, to Orton, not completely, but still a lot of damage has been done already. So I still think Zack Ryder's had way more damage done, so I'm going to say that Kane's going to beat him. So Layla versus Beth Phoenix for the Divas title. I'm not even going to guess anything about Karma anymore. If Karma comes back, awesome. Probably Over the Limit or No Way Out, the next pay-per-view. For this one, I would say that what I would like to see happen is maybe Beth Phoenix wins by cheating somehow, and then Layla could go on to feud with her, because right now Layla's the champ and no one really cares. And at least if Beth Phoenix is the champ, you can have the chase with Layla going after the belt. But yeah, for this one, I'm not really sure. They can set something up with Karma and then do the cage gimmick where no one can get in or out. But for this, I'm just going to make a simple prediction and say Layla wins. Kofi Kingston versus Kofi Kingston and R-Truth versus Dolph Ziggler and Jack Swagger for the tag titles. Normally, I would think that putting the belts on Ziggler and Swagger would be a good thing because these guys are really talented and they've done crap with them. But I don't see it happening. And with this whole AW scouting Ziggler and Swagger's matches, it's like AW is building a team of losers. Whenever people are losing matches, he goes to them. He's got Mason Ryan, he's got Primo and Epico. So because Ziggler and Swagger haven't joined up with them yet, I'm going to say that they're going to continue to lose, and they will probably lose this match also. So R-Truth and Kofi retain the tag belts. CM Punk versus Daniel Bryan for the WWE title. Oh man, I have been running this through in my mind. And because the draft is supposed to take place on June 11th, and then No Way Out takes place on June 17th, Punk has had the belt since November. That's a really long time. Now, I want this to be a long feud with these guys. I want them to have promo wars and a lot of build-up, and just don't end it on a filler pay-per-view. They had those awesome matches on SmackDown when Daniel Bryan was champ and on Raw. Never had a clear winner in either of the matches, so they could do a lot with this. I think Daniel Bryan could win the belt, get drafted to Raw, and then he's the new WWE champion. Plus, Daniel Bryan winning that title will really push him into superstar level. Right now, he's won the World Heavyweight Championship, and that really helped him out a lot. A lot of people are praising his heel work, myself included. He's probably my favorite guy in WWE right now. and I just really want him to get a run with the belt. So I could see him winning this. However, they could also have Punk win here, and then draft Bryan to Raw, draft Punk to SmackDown, and then No Way Out's like a week after the draft, and have Daniel Bryan win the belt and take it back to Raw with him. So I'm actually going to predict that Punk loses here, and eventually Daniel Bryan, I believe, will get the WWE title and keep it on Raw. So I know that's a complicated prediction, but that's just what I see happening. Then we get Sheamus versus Chris Jericho versus Del Rio versus Orton in a fatal 4-way match for the World Heavyweight Championship. I really am hoping there's a heel turn here for Orton. The man desperately needs one. He said before he prefers to be a heel, and he's just become so complacent and lazy that I think giving him a new breath of fresh air as a heel would do wonders for him. So I'm hoping that we can get an Orton heel turn. I believe Sheamus will win the match. However, I'm hoping that afterwards we'll get Randy Orton feuding with Sheamus as a heel or something to that effect. They could turn Orton heel, draft Punk to SmackDown. You have Sheamus and Punk, and you got a good heel with Orton. So there you go. Sheamus wins. Then John Cena versus John Laurinaitis. They recently announced that they wanted to have some type of steps where no one can interfere or they'll be fired. And if Laurinaitis loses, he gets fired. Now, I know Cena's going through a divorce, and I think that if one of these guys is going to be taken off TV, it's got to be Cena. Even if he's not taken off TV, they don't need to take Laurinaitis off. Laurinaitis has a ton of heat. Why would they waste that? So Laurinaitis has to win this match. Now, how is he going to win? I first said in my Raw review for this week that maybe Brock Lesnar will come out and help Laurinaitis win, because technically Brock quit. He's not an employee. They can't fire him if he interferes. So Brock could easily go out there and help Laurinaitis win. However, I have to give these guys credit. One of my friends here on YouTube, Jericho Rocker, told me that he was talking to another guy who happens to also be a subscriber of mine, Stops Copies Me 91. And I also talked to another guy who had a similar idea, Kiaba 360. And these two guys brought up the fact that Big Show was fired on Raw. And Stops Copies Me said it would be a swerve to have Big Show come out, act like he's going to attack Laurinaitis, help Laurinaitis beat Cena, and that way he gets his job back. And I just thought that works out perfectly too. So if it's not Lesnar, they could easily do this with Big Show, where Big Show was fired, but he loves his job so much, he's willing to do anything to get it back. Laurinaitis tells him, hey, help me out here, and you get your job back. And Big Show can't be fired because he already has been fired. So that could very well happen. So I expect either Big Show or Lesnar to come out and help Laurinaitis win this match, but I definitely see Laurinaitis winning. I would be very shocked if he loses here, but you never know with these things. Vince will change his mind. They'll probably change the script for this thing a ton of times on Sunday, so you can never really be too sure what's going to happen. However, I think my predictions are pretty solid for the show. So that's it, guys. These are my predictions for WWE Over the Limit 2012. I hope you like them. Leave your predictions in the comments below. And subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Thank you to everybody who has subscribed. And that's it, guys. Thanks for watching. Bye.